back, everyone, to Nexus Show. We're glad you're here again for our fourth episode. We are going to be doing some reaction and some discussion about this episode. My name is Sujit. I have my friend here, Akash. We'll be going through the episode together, and we also have other reactions in our channel. Please go check those out if you're interested. Episode 2 and 3. We had already watched episode 1 by the time we got to the reacting part, so we don't have that one, but we have the rest. So please feel free to check it out. And also, if you like this video, give that like button a click, and also subscribe for the more videos that will come in the future. But for now, we will start with what we learned from the last episode of WandaVision, episode 3. Personally, I have watched rest of the episodes, and Akash is going to be watching these things completely fresh, and his reaction is probably more precious here. I'll be looking into things that I missed from my first viewing. So I'm really interested to hear what Akash thinks about the last episode, what he thinks is going to happen in this episode, and so on. So yeah, Akash, what did we learn last time?
Yeah. So I'm super excited for this one. I mean, honestly, the biggest thing was that Geraldine, something wrong with her. Something like she got thrown into the real world, maybe, or another fake world, or some kind of world, some military base, things like the real world, wherever they're like keeping Wanda captive, if anything. So I guess hopefully find out more about that. Hopefully find out about this order that has that one logo. And then also the kids. I actually totally, in our last video, I remember we talked about the kids. I totally wrote this off thinking the kids would be like fake or something. So we might see that they're not fake and they're actually super cool new characters that actually I would actually love to see like characters that are born or like totally from the TV shows come into the movies. That would be super cool. That would be the best. So I hope that happens to the kids. That would be sick, actually. So those are my hopes.
Exactly. I have been hoping for that to happen for quite some time. I've been following the TV shows from Marvel since Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. came out. I love that show. I still need to watch a season of that one, but it's great. The first season not so much, but it's amazing. The MCU Netflix TV shows, some of the best TVs out there. My favorite being the Daredevil. I really wanted him to come to MCU when the Endgame was happening. And all the characters were being thrown on the screen. I really wanted him there, but, well, didn't happen, And it would be, even though, this is a TV show that has come from the opposite direction from where all the other TV shows have come. All the other TV show characters, they were introduced in the TV world. And to cross over to the movie, there is a completely different transition. People are hired to act on a TV show. I'm guessing it's slightly different than acting on a movie. So there is probably a different way that they cast people if they think that they are going to go to the big screen and things like that. Not saying the characters or the actors on the TV show are bad by any means, but I'm just saying that was probably not in consideration when they cast people. But in case of WandaVision, it's very different because this character, they already had movies. They already had been to the cinematic universe, and they are just doing the TV show to catch up in their character progression, like we have seen for other characters. Doctor Strange already had a movie. Iron Man had 3 movies. Thor had 3 movies. Wanda and Vision, we barely know them. They were introduced in Age of Ultron. They had 5-minute scene each, and Civil War happens, Endgame happens, where both die, and then it's practically we don't know anything about this character. So it's really cool to see any character that has been introduced in these versions of TV. So it would be great if we can get to a point where they are going to be one of the prime focus of the movies, going into the future. So that would be pretty cool to see.
That's a good point. I never thought of that there might be a difference. I'm sure there's a difference between, because I feel I guess depending on the TV show, but I feel like movies have a different kind of scrutiny than TV shows, but I didn't think about how that affects or how the acting needs are different for both. But yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Interesting. Yeah. If I ever get to meet an actor, I'd love to hear what they think about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So what else? What else did we see that you found interesting in the last episode?
Ooh, let's see. I mean, obviously the other people in like the simulation or whatever they're in, I'm just gonna call it that. They like know something about it. I forgot their names, but the gentleman who was like sawing
Oh, her
through what it looked like a concrete herb. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Him and then the lady he was talking to.
Agnes.
What was her name again?
Agnes. Yeah.
Agnes. Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they're obviously like they somehow know something. Also curious about why Gerald. I mean, mainly the mystery. There's so much. There's like a shroud of mystery around Geraldine, how they're painting Wanda. How she got pregnant so quickly and this weird stuff. Yeah. So yeah, and how's Vision even alive? Or if he is, can everyone teleport into like how does that work? So yeah, I'm curious to find out more. You promised me answers on this one, so I'm I'm looking
Not
forward to
my
it. Yeah.
promise. There are answers in this one. Probably you'll have more questions after this episode, and some of them might be
That's fair.
answered.
That's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, regarding her, he was definitely trying to tell something to Vision as they were having that chat, and
Yeah.
Agnes diverted that, and she created a meme and left.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, and then there were other scenes in this episode that were kind of very intriguing, and it would be cool to see things go in that direction, such as Wanda potentially being the bad guy of whatever is happening.
Yeah.
We don't know if she's been controlled. Her powers are mind control, obviously. So we have seen mind control happen in context of MCU. So it's not too
Yep.
far-fetched that there are characters that can control Wanda's powers and minds in such a way that it makes her look differently.
Yeah.
You know?
100%. 100%.
So yeah, really excited to watch this episode again because first time I saw this episode, it blew me away, to be honest.
Wow. Okay. High praise.
Yeah. But some things happened. This is probably the episode that ties in a lot of things from bigger MCU to the TV show.
Ooh. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, sweet. You're getting my hopes up.
Don't get your hopes up and
Yeah.
get disappointed. Get down your hopes, and then we'll talk
Alright.
about how your hopes got met
Okay.
or
Okay.
something. Uh,
Let's see.
awesome. Yeah. If you do, you have anything else you want to talk about, or we can just dive into this episode.
Let's dive in. I'm honestly looking really forward to this. I've been looking forward to this all week.
That's fantastic. All right, let's dive into this episode.
They're all coming back. We don't have the capacity.
Excuse me, I'm looking for 3 years ago. No, which was 2 years after you.
So yeah, so good.
That's awesome.
Happens. So do you remember Maria Rambo?
No, I
She's,
don't. Who's
the best friend of Captain Marvel in her movie.
Wow.
And she had a little daughter. That's the one.
Oh, I faintly remember.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
They had all the shape-shifting characters that they were best friends with, and all of that. Talos or something like that.
Oh, nice.
The sword. That's the
Sword.
logo
Yeah,
right
there
there.
it is. Hey, she's where you are.
Exactly. Never been to Westview.
Oh, nice.
I don't think it exists. You remember this guy?
I kind of remember him.
From Ant-Man. House arresting.
What's the story here, Agent Wu?
Yes.
Got a witness set up down the road in Westview, and this morning. No such place.
Like I said,
You're saying
I don't
the
think it
town of
exists.
Westview, New Jersey doesn't exist.
Oh, nice.
What is it?
Yeah, that's the force field that you're talking about that you saw in the last episode.
Some sort of
Yeah.
energy field.
That's not the first thing I would
Captain
do.
Rambo. Watch. Rambo. Captain Rambo.
What?
Captain Rambo.
Yeah, remember the first thing that Geraldine says in that episode when she comes up, I don't know what I'm doing here. That's what she says.
Oh, that's true. 24 hours later.
Oh, do you remember her?
Yeah, that's crazy. Thor.
Hey. Scout leader, got it. And you?
Nuclear biology.
Chemical engineer.
No one cares.
All right, grab your gear.
Now it feels like a completely different
Those
show.
drones you're sending in. What kind of data are you
It's
getting?
true.
I'm afraid that's highly classified.
Somewhere a lady could get a cup of coffee? You guys look like you might get down with those little pod things. Horrendous for the environment, you know?
Make your assessment,
I
please.
have that at home.
Whoa. Not blipped. Dead.
Nice.
Question that we would have.
You. What is this? Where's this coming from?
Out there.
You didn't answer.
The universe created a sitcom starring two Avengers?
It's a working
It's,
theory.
Disney did
Get me
that.
transport back to headquarters now. Are we recording this?
Never stopped.
I need immediate analysis.
So that's the scene from the first episode.
That's crazy.
First and foremost, but why?
Hey man, we're working with the same scarcity of info.
Exactly the question that we would have.
I do have an idea. So, Jimmy, Monica is
Crazy.
talking to Wanda. She's got a speaking part now.
What is she saying?
Those pants are peachy keen.
She likes Wanda's pants. It's over. Mission failure.
It's worth a try. Good effort, Doctor.
Yeah, someone
That wasn't a failure.
But they have no idea she even heard them.
That's fair, I guess.
Because she cut the production to not include that part.
Oh, interesting.
Twins. What a twist. I'm invested.
Sounds like a reference from.
Did she just say the name Ultron? Has that
Chicken
happened
robot.
before? A reference to our reality? What happened? Where'd she go?
God, not again.
Who are you?
So she just killed Geraldine.
Or threw her really, really far away. Yeah, that hole in the house. That's a loud sound. I thought Vision would hear a sound like that.
Yeah, good point. Very good point.
What?
Jeez.
What is it? What's wrong?
The dead Vision.
Are you sure?
Don't worry, darling. I have everything under control.
Shit.
Monica!
Was that it? Oh no! That was it?
That is it.
Oh, oh man! I was like, oh, this looks like the actual end credit scene. Dang, that was okay. That was quite the episode, I gotta say. That was pretty sick. That was a really great episode. Wow, wow, there's so much here. Jeez. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just start from the end to and work my way up there. Okay, I guess it's pretty clear now. She is basically fabricating, or she has taken over an entire town and basically mind controlling real citizens there, changing reality essentially, and forming it to however she wants. Basically, like a life that she wanted, with Vision, who's dead, Okay, understood. At least I think that's fairly certain. They hinted at it. She was like, "Oh, I got everything under control. It's all." Geraldine was like, "It's all Wanda." I thought it was interesting though, and I guess I thought it was interesting that things that change in her simulation or in her version of reality stay changed once they leave. Like, for example, the jump rope, and then her. If you notice, like Geraldine had the same clothes and makeup on, and like the 70s style or whatever, but she didn't come in with that, obviously.
Yeah,
I thought that was interesting.
I think it has. They had a throwaway line in there about that when they were talking about the drone that was sent in, and they saw the picture. It was changed. It looked like an antique sword drone, and so like maybe just to match up with the production design of whatever was shown in that current version, you know.
Yeah.
But they don't have to match any kind of production design when it comes out, so it's all good.
Oh man, okay. That was crazy. Also, okay, I generally I hate when they do this. Marvel is known for this, but it's fine. They're superheroes, but Geraldine is not, okay? Geraldine, at least as far as I know, Geraldine is not a superhero. So when they get thrown like that, I'm like, all right, she's dead. Okay, she just got thrown through 2 sets of walls and stuff, and then she got thrown like hundreds of feet. I don't think she like gently set her down and made her like decelerate. That's insane. She definitely died. She has spine problems at the very least.
Yeah, it's also could be argued that maybe that whole reality that Wanda has created, where breaking the walls and all of that, we don't even know what kind of physics work in that.
That's a great point. That is a great point. Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
If she just wanted to kill her, Wanda would have killed her without even having to throw her out.
That's a very good point. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Let's see what else. I love that she's censoring the broadcast. Like, I guess we kind of knew that, but she's doing it additionally. Like, we didn't get to see that stuff. We did get to see it when she like rewinded or whatever. I think it's interesting that she's broadcasting it at all. So they said these waves are from the Big Bang, like the creation of the universe, right. And then these waves are intertwined. Like, what was that? So
yeah, basically, I think the idea was that somebody created a completely new reality, just like our universe was created. And that reality created this radiation outwards, just like the CMBR that our universe has all around the universe. That created that radiation, using which, and in that radiation, there was another frequency intertwined that was interacting a lot with the noise of the radiation that was surrounding it. That's why nobody was picking it up. But when Darcy Lewis, she separated that frequency, she realized that along with that CMBR coming from that reality, there is another frequency that she can leverage to broadcast the audio and video on TV.
Oh, I see. Oh, wow, interesting. Creating a whole new reality. That makes sense. I love I love old characters coming back. Man, I mean, Marvel has just a wealth of 20 movies or whatever to choose from, so that's just fantastic. All these minor characters, but still characters, relatively main characters. So that's wonderful. I love them, like seeing them back. That's such a nice thing. And also, I was thinking when you said that, I was like, wait, but Captain Marvel was like old, or like that happened like in the, I don't know, I think they were in like the 70s or 80s, I don't know. But I was like, that's like, she has to be that. Yeah. But that was her daughter, right?
That was 1991, the event of Captain Marvel.
Oh.
So 1991.
Okay.
30 years or so, I guess. So when the snap happened, it happened in the year 2018 in that universe. And everybody was brought back 5 years later, so it was 2023 when they were all brought back. Gotcha. So 1991, if we say that her daughter was like 8 or 9 or maybe 10 years old at most, so it'd probably be like in her 30s at this point.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. I love the being able to say like, oh, this is the daughter and her mom was the thing that started. Also, Sword. What a cool name. Always have the coolest names. What else was here? The jump rope I mentioned, that was cool. I didn't get the significance of that though. What happened there?
Yeah, we saw the story about what the beekeeper guy was. Like, I can't imagine from his perspective, he would have probably freaked out when he saw that Wanda and Vision there staring right at him as he come out of the manhole cover there. And we don't even know what happened to the guy. She said no, right? We didn't saw the guy going back to the reality. And that guy does not exist anywhere there in that world. So where is the guy? Everything got rewinded, right? So what happened to the guy? He didn't go back.
That's true. Well, I guess also, what was the significance of them pulling back the... Well, it turned into a jump rope, but what happened? They were pulling something back. Why pull it back? Were they trying to retrieve him? They didn't say anything.
Yeah, he was hooked onto a rope in case they have to pull him out. If something goes wrong, then they are trying to pull him out as soon as possible. But my guess is that since everything that went through that particular wall, it changed the production design to be something else. I think it might have changed that particular hook and things like that to be something else that was not compatible with that jump rope connecting to the person, and it just got disconnected. So when they pulled, the guy went on, jump rope went back. When they pulled out, everybody thought that they could just pull it out. There was no guy in the rope, in the end of the rope.
That's funny. Interesting. Yeah, that's a good point. Huh. Okay, Michael, I guess that's a mystery we still don't know about. I found out how he could talk to her through the radio. That they said it was a failure, but it was a total success. They actually heard it in the show. I don't know why they said it was a failure, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they heard. They saw Wanda's expression, but they didn't hear what he was saying through the TV. So I'm guessing she was also stopping that noise from going out through the TV.
Then that would make total sense. That would totally. Yeah. I thought another thing was cool was that it kind of, I guess this is fair, but it revealed to us that the real people, I like how they had their driver's licenses and like the picture of it's like, oh, these are real people. Okay, cool. That makes total sense. And it would make sense that when like Jodie, I believe her name is, Toddy. I don't know why. Dottie, man. Yeah. Toddy, that's funny. Yeah, Dottie. When she bled, it made sense that it was colored because it was a real thing from the real world, not under simulation. Exactly. So that's cool.
Exactly. Yeah. Same thing with the drone as well. It was colored because it came from outside, and to match the production design, yet changing all of that color into something else probably was not possible. So it remained colored.
Yeah. Oh, man, I thought it was funny when the guy said like, can we like get analysis of this TV show? And I know he's talking about like where it's coming from and all that stuff, but I just thought it was funny if they were trying to like look at things within it's just at face value it's a sitcom, so I just imagine a bunch of serious people like analyzing a video or like a TV show. It's kind of funny to me. But yeah, I mean, now we know for sure Wanda's like 100% in charge of broadcasting. I think that was funny. Yeah, I mean, now we know what the beekeeper. I thought that was great. Like I said, from the lady that, what's her name? She was Jane's assistant, right? What's her name?
Darcy Lewis.
Oh, yeah. That was great. She brings a great like character to the thing. Yeah. I'm curious though, whatever happened to Jane?
Oh yeah, she's gonna be in the new Thor movie. She's the new Thor.
Oh.
Yeah, she's gonna be the lady Thor in MCU.
Oh yeah, that'll be cool. I'm glad to have it back because I remember Thor was getting quite boring before, like with her in it and him in it, and he was just all serious all the time. Yeah. And then they made just the best movie ever with Ragnarok.
Exactly.
So,
what a turnaround! It was, man. If Thor was that way right from the beginning, like Taika Waititi making Thor movies from Thor 1, I think that probably would have been more popular than Iron Man, but that's just my feeling, like starting phase 1.
I mean, hey, I'm not a betting man, but that's pretty fair. I feel like, honestly, it's like what happened. It was, what are the shows called? Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy, Ragnarok, like those two really shaped how Marvel is like. A lot of the movies are. Ant-Man a little bit. Yeah. It's like now they're all kind of like a little like pretty lighthearted sometimes, some darker undertones, but like yeah. So I think it's really cool. It was like very instrumental,
Yeah.
just like I guess just like Iron Man. Yeah.
Exactly. I think there are lots of different types of tones that happens throughout all the MCU. Like if you wanna, when I first was, I actually had zero hopes about Guardians of the Galaxy. Like I was not looking forward to that movie when it was first announced. Like
yeah.
I didn't care a single amount to that movie. My expectation for that movie was right at the bottom.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like it's gonna be another copy for the Star Wars or Star Trek that they are trying to venture into. I don't care. I just give me as many Iron Man as possible and Captain America as possible. I'll be pretty happy. And those are the movie. It's fine. And when it first came out, best movie that I've ever watched in theater. It's just the music as I was watching in the theater. It's just yeah. I had one of the best experience I had in theater was the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and I'm like, I can take that all day. You know, just keep on giving me that, and I'll keep on continue watching MCU.
That's incredible. That's incredible. I actually had a similar experience. I did not watch it in theaters, though. I did not have any interest in it because I looked up who the Guardians of the Galaxy were. I'm like, Groot's a tree. Like, this guy doesn't even have powers.
Star-Lord.
Star what? Star-Lord. I think this guy doesn't even have powers. Like, Drax was kind of cool, but I was like, we have the Hulk. We got a lot of people that are, like, super durable. And, you know, I was like, this guy's a raccoon. Or as Tony said, a Build-A-Bear, which I thought that was so funny. But yeah, when I watched it, but then I watched it and I was like, that was honestly super entertaining, and that was like funny. It was great. Honestly, I feel like it was Iron Man is really cool because it's like all machinery, and that's like just cool to see in general. But Iron Man, the one where they were doing the tree stuff, like the tree biology with the
Iron Man 3.
and then like what? Okay, yeah, there it was, and then he's just like destroying like all these suits, and I was like, what is going on? And then the suits suddenly they're like more fragile than like tinfoil. They just start breaking like at any time, and I'm like, what is this? You get hit with a truck and it disintegrates or whatever, and it splits apart. You've taken like harder blows than this. What is this?
I think there is a in-universe explanation for that one. Yeah, so basically what happened was that Iron Man 1 came out, and when Mark 1, he came out of the cave with a Mark 1 armor that was very basic prototype. It could just barely get him out alive from that cave, right? So he went back, made Mark 2, which probably he put most amount of time making any Iron Man suit. He probably put each and every ingenuity that he had into making Mark 2, right? So he was thinking about even the small gear turning. We saw him making like, you know, physically making all of that component by himself. And he got hang of it, and he started to make another suit for Iron Man 2 and he had to deal with other things like arc reactor and things like that, depleting, giving disease and things like that. And then Avengers happened. And when Avengers happened, he first time saw a world that is much bigger than the Earth. He saw that there is this giant race of aliens just looking to attack Earth as he was carrying that missile outside it. And basically that whole Iron Man 3 is all about him dealing with that PTSD, which he doesn't show outside. He hides that with his humor that he's trying to show to other people, how strong he is with his humor. But inside, he is pretty much dead inside, you know, thinking about all these things that's outside there. He only cares, he didn't have anybody that he cared about until up to Iron Man 2, and then he got Pepper Potts, and she's the only one he actually wants to protect. He doesn't care about many other people, and to protect her, he started building as many prototype Iron Man armor as possible. Not for him, but to protect her. So that is why I think in that first scene in Iron Man 3, when the two helicopters come in shooting missiles at his house, he didn't care about protecting himself. He just asked his suit to go protect Pepper Potts, and he just threw everything at her so that she's safe. And he will deal with his own problems later, right? So I think he made 80 different suits, or I don't remember exactly how many, but he made 80 suits in about a year or a couple of years period. and he was just trying out everything that he can think of in making these suits, and they were all experimental stuff, trying to make sure they are as fast deployable as possible and so on. Like, he was not caring about minor things like how do I make these like the first or second Iron Man suits.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, that is what I got from that movie. It was more about like characters, how Tony Stark is becoming more, I guess, mature in terms of how he thinks about looking at the world and what he needs to protect and what he needs to take seriously and things like that.
Yeah. That's actually a great point. It makes a lot of sense. I know we're veering off here from the actual the TV show, but that actually makes a lot of sense, because I remember I was wondering when I was watching that, it was like, why is he so focused on getting into the Mark? I think he actually said, like, there was one of them, his like main suit. Why is he so worried into getting into that one? Makes sense. That one's the most stable, thus, and that's why we see all the problems with all the others. Makes total sense. And then I guess at the end, he's okay with destroying it because A, they might be kind of crappy, and then B, it's like, oh, maybe he's not afraid anymore, or Pepper proves that she can protect herself or something.
I think the second point is that he realized that it's not the suits that make him Iron Man. It's basically, he is the actual Iron Man. Like, suits are not what makes him Iron Man. It's his brain, and he can make these suits whenever he wants. It doesn't really matter if they exist or not, And that's what he realizes throughout that movie. He practically does not have suits with him, and he's fighting bad guys without suits, and he's overcoming each and everything that is thrown at him without being Iron Man in the first place. And that's what he realizes.
That's true.
Yeah, suits is not me. I can destroy it. I should not get attached to this one. I have better ways to protect people that I love, and I'm gonna use that.
That's true.
To do better.
Okay. You know what? Last thing I will say about Iron Man, because we're so far off base here, but I was like triggered when what's his name, Steve Rogers, Captain America, the Boy Scout of the Avengers, when he said like, take away the suit and who are you, and what are you? And I was like, wait. First of all, the suit is an incredible feat. That was purely made by him. And also, if you take it away, you have a person that can make another suit. You have a person that is like a genius. I mean, I think he said it. He's a playboy philanthropist or whatever he said, which is fantastic. But I thought it was so funny because Steve Rogers was literally just, and I'm not saying this is not a great thing. It is. He had a like top-notch personality, so that's not easy to come by either. But in the role of just like fighting bad guys, in that perspective, Steve Rogers was handed to him something that allowed him to do that. He had no part in that. So I gotta say, like, I hated that scene because it made Steve Rogers like totally not self-aware whatsoever of the fact that he was given his powers, essentially, her super strength and all that stuff.
Yeah, so, exactly. Steve Rogers, I was not a big fan of Steve Rogers until that point either. I got really big fan of Captain America after the Winter Soldier came out. That's like, man, yeah. Just give me Captain America.
That's true.
I'll take this.
That's true. That's true. He was he was really. I think I was really. I think I forgot how like amazing Captain America is when he's fighting normal people, like relatively normal people. When he's fighting super people, he's incredible. Also, like, I mean, there's no, you don't need to say like prove that, but I remember that one scene where they infiltrated the this like warship or something, or this pirate ship. Yeah, that was incredible. I was like, oh man, you totally dominate like relatively normal people. Like, I don't even think, what was his name, Crossbones? I don't think he even gave you that much trouble, to be honest. I don't know if you'd consider that trouble. It didn't even, he took a few punches, but like, he can do this all day, right? So yeah.
The fact that he actually knew how to fight against Iron Man in Civil War when Iron Man was completely suited up. You know, it's like just punching the metal.
I was thinking the same thing when I was like, I think I've punched as a kid, probably punched the wall, and I hurt my hand. I was like, oh crap, that hurt. But like, he's just straight up punching metal, and I'm not sure. Like, And it's not thin metal either.
Exactly.
Oh, geez. Oh, man. Incredible. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so that's why I really love, and that's when he actually got the power of Thor, I was like, yeah, man, he 100% deserves to be Thor, you know.
Oh, I feel like we should just do a conversation video because this is getting out of hand. But I want to bring up one more thing. Why did I don't know if anyone ever explained this. Why was what's his name? Thanos able to pick up Stormbreaker? Do you remember that?
The Stormbreaker is not enchanted. Only Mjolnir is. Because Mjolnir was forged by Odin, and he cast a spell on Mjolnir saying that whoever shall be worthy shall have the power of Thor, and only that person can lift Mjolnir. Stormbreaker, on the other hand, no one cast any spell. It's just a regular axe.
Come on, you guys. You cast the spell. That would be such a nice, handy spell to have. Literally, no one can use this except me, or except like people that I trust. That's great.
Yeah, that is why, and that is why Captain America became Thor. He was summoning lightning and hitting lightning against Thanos, and Thanos was able to punch him, and he would just get up and try to fight him again because he had all the powers of Thor because the hammer contains all the powers. So if you can lift the hammer, you get all the power that Thor has in you, and you become the god of thunder.
Oh, wait. So, like, not permanently, though. Like, up until the hammer leaves your hand?
Yeah. As long as that hammer is in your possession, you are Thor. And I think Thor also mentioned this in the Age of Ultron, where everybody's surrounding the table, everybody's trying to lift the hammer. And it's like, if you can lift this, you become king of Asgard. He is saying jokingly, because you become Thor, practically.
It's so funny. I love that one joke at the end where he was like, when Tony and the Captain America were talking about, he was like, oh, if you put Mjolnir in an elevator and then it lifts up, then it's lifting the hammer. I thought that was so funny.
That's all because Vision was just able to lift the hammer so effortlessly. And, he's a machine. It's like an elevator. Just lift it. Doesn't count.
That's so funny. That's true.
Yeah, that is how we tie back our conversation to Wanda and Vision.
Yeah, nice. Back again. That's true. What else is there? I mean, that was a great episode.
I think right at the beginning of that episode, that got me goosebumps even this time when I saw this. It's just like everybody's snapping back, and when that is happening, on the other side of the world, Thanos is raining down fire on Avengers.
Oh yeah, that's true. Wow, incredible. That's true. There's some people, like many people, putting down their lives fighting off like literally the end of the world. Or end of the universe. That's insane. Oh, wow. You're right. I did not know that. Jeez. That's incredible. That's true.
Yeah. So that is why I was like, man, this one episode, it was blowing my mind just thinking about what was happening.
That's true. Yeah, I'd love to see more about like this. I mean, I guess these shows are talking about that time. Interesting.
Yeah.
What an episode. All right. Well, rating, I gotta say, that was great. It's funny though because they like artificially made this better. I mean, I don't know if it's fair to say because this is only so good because they built up to it, but that's also a point of the TV show.
That is what I was saying. Like, you cannot judge first 2 episodes without this episode in there.
Yeah, that's a good point. I love that. Actually, they did a great job of this. How they I love that they are giving you this like other perspective and they show you pieces and how that happened. I love that. I can't remember what TV show I've watched that does something similar, but I love that. They show you little clues. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Oh, okay. Let me think. I'd say, okay, like, I can't remember the best TV episode I've ever watched, but I'd say this was like a 9. And 10 would be the best ever. So just to reserve that 10 spot for really, 10 spot would be the end of Game of Thrones. No, I'm just kidding. That was
yeah, terrible. You're going to trigger a lot of PTSD and a lot of people with that statement.
Oh, man. But yeah. That was great. What do you rate it?
Yeah, I would rate it 9.2 out of 10 as well.
Nice.
This is like,
Nice.
whatever complaint. I felt exactly how you felt when Please Stand By came out with. Like, I can't believe that this is over. I literally thought it was just 10 minutes past the time we started the episode.
Yeah, man, it's so funny because the first episode I remember, I was like, when is this gonna end? This is dumb. This is black and white TV show. This is stupid. But man, that was, they did us dirty with these 30-minute episodes.
Exactly.
Disney, yeah.
Exactly. But yeah.
Oh man.
Awesome. That I think that was great. So we'll I guess we'll end here with this episode. If you have anything more to add, Akash, now is your chance.
I'm good. Solid. Thank you for watching.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll do the next episode pretty soon, and we'll also put it out there. So if you like that video, please subscribe and give that like button a click. And as soon as we put out another video, you get notification in your inbox. So yeah, check that out as well. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.